In this video I'm going to talk about how to use masking fluid to apply to watercolor painting. This is masking fluid. It's called Frisket and basically it's liquid plastic. You apply it with a brush. There are certain brushes you need to use because it destroys the brush. The liquid plastic dries really quickly and will get in the bristles of the brush and it'll stick there. You can still use the brush, it's just you can't use it for watercolor. To do it, you open the bottle up and get your painting out, and since I want the sky to be blue, I'm just going to dip my brush in the Frisket and I'm going to block out everything right below the sky. Notice as I'm painting very carefully right to the edge of the buildings. I don't need to do the whole building, I just need to do the edge so that the watercolor is blocked by the Frisket. But I need to be careful when I'm going right up to that edge. So it's just inside of the buildings and all along the horizon where the sky meets either the building or the ground or whatever is there. Once I have it all on there, it won't take long to dry. You can kind of touch it and find out if it's dry. It should take minutes to dry and it will look something like this. You can see I've got it all along the edge. Then I'm ready to watercolor the sky. For watercolor, we're just using the tray of watercolors. My recommendation for using watercolor is use lots and lots of water. These don't look as nice if you use just really dark colors. So keep it very watery. So I need to scoop up lots of water with my brush and add it to the blue. And then I just apply it, really light wash, like that. And I got to be careful around the edges of the building because as I'm painting, if I go past the Frisket, it will paint it, but I can go right up to it and not have to worry too much because that plastic will block it from going in that area. Once I have this all painted, my next step is to remove the Frisket. So here's one that I've done already. All I got to do to remove the Frisket is use an eraser, and it just erases off and leaves a nice crisp line or crisp edge where the watercolor stopped. You can see it right there. Here's the Frisket. You could peel it off too. It peels off like that. However, sometimes that will catch and it will rip the paper. So you got to be really careful if you do decide to rip it off like this. I would recommend using the eraser. It's a little bit safer than trying to rip it off. But if you want to try that, it's really up to you. Once you have that off, you're ready to start using colored pencil in the other areas. If you'd like to try watercolor in another large area, like in the grass, you definitely could try that too and apply more Frisket. But make sure you're using the right brushes. These brushes are used for watercolor. The grungy brushes next to the Frisket bottles are used for the liquid Frisket.